joining Dukascopy TV at the IFX EXPO in Cyprus 2014. With our partners, we're asking the industry elite why Cyprus is such a good option. We're also asking them for their top strategic tip. With me in the TV booth right now is Khouri from Trust Capital. Joe, welcome to the booth.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Now, if we look where we are, we're in Cyprus. We find ourselves at this IFX Expo. But where does the attraction lie in having an FX operation here? What are the advantages and indeed disadvantages of operating in Cyprus?
Cyprus is at the crossroads between Europe and the Middle East and Asia. So I think firms over here can attract business from both sides of the world quite easily. But the good thing also about Cyprus is that CySec offers a good regulatory jurisdiction and a good platform indeed for companies to grow and prosper as well as be regulated.
Okay, and if we look at the other side of the coin, please, Joe, what about in terms of customers? From your point of view, what should clients really consider when opening up an account with an FX broker?
I think they have to look at the regulatory environment of the firm. They have to look at how long they've been in business, their pricing methods, their technology. But I think really the most important thing is to make sure that the firm holds the client's funds in segregated bank accounts dedicated for the clients.
Excellent. Now, if we touch on one topic, which social media.
Okay.
Social networking has really revolutionized the way people go about their everyday life, how they interact, how they source information and news, and also transact online. But from Trust Capital's point of view, how do you approach this? When the world seems to be moving ever faster and communication is key, how do you strategize for these changes and trends?
Well, we have a dedicated marketing team actually, and part of their scope is to do social media campaigns. The good thing at Trust Capital is that we have an in-house system where we take the demographics and the trading habits of different clients, and we target our social media campaigns specifically to get optimization.
And if we look at the topic of globalization, Joe, what does this mean to you as well with Trust Capital? It's always important to have a local presence in a global market, but what approach do you take? Do you try to have footholds in as many different regions as possible, or perhaps you look for the niche to find the most market potential?
Definitely a niche. We work with only a few target markets, and we try to explore these target markets so that we can grow and expand our market share there. We don't try to go global at the same time. Slowly, maybe yes, as we see opportunities, but we work on niche markets only.
Okay, and lastly, Joe, if you wouldn't mind, if you could please tell us what would be your top tip when speaking to someone who is looking to get into the industry as a startup broker. What advice would you give them in terms of strategy?
I think the buzzword right now is corporate governance. For companies, it's not enough to have a strong audit team or a risk team or a compliance team in-house. They also have to have audit committees and risk committees that report directly to the board. These committees that report directly to the board, they will make sure that the organization is working properly and that the corporate governance issue within the company is doing well.
Fantastic. Well, Joe, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you in the booth with us today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. Thank you for joining us. Okay, well, that's all from Joe and myself here at the IF Expo in Cyprus 2014. But make sure you keep clicking back to find out all of the insider info. Bye for now.